Yeah,
All right. All
Jade,
right.
baby.
I'm about to go downstairs for a quick second. I'll be right back. Shit's already live. Yeah.
Yes. What is good? We back. Rest in peace, Gangsta Boo. Already the first day of the new year. We're already grieving the legends, man. Rest in peace, Pointer Sister. I forgot her name. Which Pointer Sister died today? It's one of them. Anita. Oh man, Ruth Pointer. Okay. Rest in peace to her, man. A legend. It's crazy. Yo, let's go. Ray Sean, what up? Ronnie, what's good? Where's Sam at? Sam, where you at? Get your ass in here. You late. Yes, rest in peace, Gangsta Boo. Legend. A legend. 3-6 Mafia. Favorite 3-6 Mafia song with Gangsta Boo on it. Let me hear it. What's your favorite 3-6 Mafia songs with Gangsta Boo? Nah, I don't want to hear God a lot. I want to hear the tracks, nigga. You just know Tupac shit. Favorite Gangsta Boo feature. Ronnie was good. I ain't seen nobody give me a favorite except for Sam. He's the only one that gave me a favorite 3 6 Mafia song with Gangsta Boo. So I guess y'all don't know 3 6 Mafia shit. That's a damn shame. Mystic Styles is classic, definitely. Great horrorcore album. You still thinking about it? That means you don't know it. You still gotta think about it. It's okay. I know you listen to Tupac all day. It's cool. There's some fans that just listen to one artist. Classics. Mystic Styles is classic. World Domination, classic. The Unknowns, Most Unknowns, one of my favorites. No, don't ask. You're not asking me. I know about the fucking 3 6 Mafia. I'm asking you. You ain't give me one song yet. Don't ask me my favorite songs. Damn shame you don't know 3 6 Mafia shit, but you know all the Tupac stuff. Yeah, but Red's gonna play the clip when he come back. You already starting off with stupid shit. How do you not know 3 6 Mafia shit? I don't get it. Unbelievable.
I'm back.
Unbelievable. Nigga, Reg, you gotta play the clip. Niggas don't know 3 6 Mafia shit.
What's going on?
Play the clip. We got to play that stupid clips. You gotta play the clip now. People in here don't know 3 6
Who?
Mafia shit.
Wow. After we done talked
The
about them
usual.
asses.
Exactly, the usual. Oh, I don't know 3 6 Mafia, but you know every Tupac album. Unbelievable. Hold your head in shame, yo.
Yeah, give me 1 second. I'm gonna play the clip in a minute. Give me 1 second. I gotta find my mouse first.
I don't remember Gangsta Boo and sipping on scissor. This nigga said
You don't
sipping
remember
on
what?
scissor. I don't remember Gangsta Boo being on that song.
She wasn't.
This nigga said sipping on scissor. I said favorite 3 6 Mafia songs featuring Gangsta Boo. Not favorite 3 6 Mafia songs.
In
Holy
my
shit.
opinion, she cut a body in that "Now I'm High" song. In my opinion,
Yeah.
actually, you know what? Fuck it. I think I hate. I usually don't do reviews like this, but I feel like next week we should talk about Gangsta Boo's album.
Let's do it. But we was planning on doing that anyway though.
Yeah, we work, but I wanted to get more 3 6 Mafia album. Well,
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of
I don't
stuff
even
they
have
put
any
out.
3 6.
I
I don't
have
even
only
have
one
any.
I have is World Domination. That's the only one I got.
Yeah, you know what? I let's just forward a Gangsta Boo for next week and stuff
Yeah.
like that. You know what I'm saying? Fuck it, cause
Pointer Sisters. I only got one Pointer Sisters album on vinyl too.
honestly, I've never really been a big fan of Pointer Sisters like that.
Right. I know
I
they
mean,
you know they
I
they
respect their music legacy, but compared
right.
to other groups at that time, I wasn't really vibing to them. They had some good songs, but
Right. Yeah, they have some big hits.
but yeah, man. Rest in peace, Barbara Walters. Rest in peace,
Oh
Gangsta
man.
Boo. Rest in
Jesus
peace,
Christ.
Anita. Honestly, I hate to say, I thought Barbara Walters already died years ago. I hate to say it.
I didn't know she was she sick?
They said it was, I think, old age. I think 'cause she was 93.
Oh,
I was like, damn, she's 93. God damn.
I haven't seen her in a minute.
Yeah, rest in peace, all three of Gangsta Boo. I think her name was Anita Pointer. I think that was her name.
Yeah, Nina Pointer.
And Barbara Walters.
It's crazy, man.
Let me find my mouse and my charger, and then we gotta start this shit. Just just to let everybody know, I gotta work all late night for Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. So any reviews I got scheduled that day, I'm gonna do a little earlier so I can rest for work and stuff.
Yeah, well thank you, Sam. Thank you for telling us that, Sam. You got the pointers over Jade. This is why we discussing Jade, because they're underrated and a lot of people don't know about them or didn't hear them.
Yeah, man. I gotta teach y'all motherfuckers about Gangsta Boo now, I guess. I'm gonna be real with y'all. If there wasn't no Gangsta Boo, we probably wouldn't have a Making a Stallion. Just to be real.
I agree. I agree, definitely. You wouldn't have a Megan or Cardi,
Or even a
or
Glorilla, or whatever you call her.
right, Glorilla, whatever her name is, Mulatto, all them chicks.
Because all it's funny how Gangsta Boo was really starting to get like a lot more retrospective acclaim once those girls started popping off and shit.
Right.
Because they said she died from a drug overdose, but
Yeah, I didn't know she.
motherfucker.
Well, I'm not surprised. Unfortunately, it's fucked up to say that, but all of these celebrities got drug problems. But I didn't know she was on drugs.
Well, a lot of the members on 3 6 Mafia was on drugs, believe it or not. So
Hey, hey, man. Like I said, like these celebrities are human beings. They got problems just like us. Only difference is they got more money and they're on TV. But I
right.
don't envy none of these celebrities because they. I really think they can't handle the spotlight and that's what drives them to being on drugs and shit like that.
You right.
Just if that don't show nobody, then I don't know what will. Just be glad of who you are and be comfortable in your own skin and not envy nobody else.
Yeah, leave that drugs alone.
Leave them drugs alone.
I think tomorrow we got the locks. We are the street album tomorrow. And
Oh
shit.
yeah. Oh yeah. Now that's the great album. That's a great album right there. Let's go. Let's go. That's a great album right there.
I might start this in about 8 more minutes. Hopefully, some more people will show up. Yeah, but it's crazy because I was just thinking about the Mystic Styles review we did a couple months ago and stuff like that. And
Mm.
honestly, man, when it comes to the album, I wouldn't mind getting the reissue because that OG copy is so hard to come by.
Of what?
Mystic Styles.
Oh, Mr. South, yeah. Crazy.
Oh, shout out to my boy AJ. He's about to be a father.
Shout out to AJ. About to change them diapers at 3 a.m. Shout out to all the dads that's there for their kids. Fuck all you deadbeats.
Yeah, man. Everyone's being the father and shit. Wow.
Everyone except for me. I ain't trying to be changing no diapers no time soon.
Me neither.
Fuck that. Y'all can have that baby life.
Imagine me having a baby and doing a review at the same time.
Right. Crazy. Yeah, you would never be able to come on at this time. Your ass would be tired or you'd be having diapers to change.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to my boy Kuji. He's enjoying fatherhood right now too.
Cool G. Shout out to you.
Jesus Christ. How am I going to get this? How am I going to get over this week, man? Shit, I gotta work. The only days I'm off is like really Wednesday. Great. But at least I have most of the day to myself. So, yeah. Shout out to my baby Aisha. Shit.
Shout out to her.
You know, it's
Yeah.
crazy. Huh?
So look at you. Shouting out your baby and shit.
It's
So
crazy
you
because,
making
like,
it public now? It's official?
it's official. Yeah.
Okay.
Cause I recently called her my woman, like, recently, and she got all tingly and shit.
That happens.
Yeah, man. Homegirl made me some dinner. Made me some breakfast. I made her some dinner. You know how that shit goes.
What's up?
Ronnie said the Pointer Sisters or the Supremes. I'm gonna have to go with the Supremes to be real with you.
Yeah, the Supremes.
I love the Commodores breakdown we did yesterday.
Yeah, that was dope. That was good. More people got to know who the Commodores is. Yes.
The next breakdown we're gonna do is Wale and Jade. Fuck it.
Wale. I would love to get Wale on here and ask him why he be in his feelings about his albums and shit. You know, even anytime the critics don't like his album, he start bitching online about it.
Right.
You know, like why
Acting
is
like a
that,
little.
Wale? Tell us how you really feel.
Expect to post on the group me in a couple of minutes. I want to get
Yeah.
some people's reactions. Oh, so Angela Bassett's son had apologized to his mom for pranking her that Michael B. Jordan died.
Oh shit. Why would he do that?
Because these kids today think death is funny.
How old is our son? He's a teenager.
He looks like a teenager.
Yeah, that's probably what it is. Wow, unbelievable.
These kids, man, I'm telling you, these kids.
This kid's dumb.
Angela Bassett's still fine. I ain't gonna front. Hey, what's up, Kaya?
Kyle was good. Happy New Year. Cruz, what up? Happy New Year.
I can't wait till Friday though.
What's Friday?
Well, Friday, not only do am I is it the first Friday in like 8,000 years that I'm not working late night, but we're actually doing a
Okay.
trash review shit.
Oh God, I do not want Friday to come then. If that's the case,
Shit.
like in the world end now, so we don't have to talk about that album.
I told my manager, don't put me on no late night shift on the weekends. As if I'm already working all week, late night shifts. Fuck that shit. Give me at least one day on the weekend I can actually scratch my
You would
nuts.
rather take off and talk about a shitty album than to get money?
Who said I'm taking I still gotta work the
No.
afternoon.
I'm about to say, I'm like, yo, get that money. Fuck the album we gonna talk about on Friday.
I can do
We
both.
really don't want to talk about that.
I can
Do
do
not
fucking
want to talk
both.
about that.
Just to be close to you. Just for a moment. Wow. Hell, even the albums, the Commodores albums are kind of a bit high in price. Well, not like expensive high, but like a little high.
Yeah, yeah, it's the Commodores. You know, I just saw in the news last night, like somebody sold a sealed copy of Back to the Future on VHS for like 50 G's or some shit.
Oh wow.
It was crazy. I'm like, see, it's better to keep it sealed. It's more valuable like that.
Exactly. Okay. Jesus, 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 Jesus. Do you have any of their albums?
Jade.
Yeah.
I had the second one on cassette back in the day. I never bought it on CD though.
Oh, okay.
They shit is out of print too. Yeah, it was like 50 G's. They said like he sold it for, and it was a sealed VHS copy.
You said what?
Now I was telling Ronnie about the clip on the news about the Back to the Future VHS. Yep, that shit was sealed in mint condition, and it went for like 50 G's.
Half of my CDs are still sealed.
Yeah, they're gonna be worth a lot of money if it's sealed up. I say, son, now I see why people double dip on shit. They got one to play and one to keep sealed.
That's how I am with like let's just like I have the Ilmatic, right? I got
Yeah,
the 10th anniversary on CD, and I got the
uh,
OG copy on vinyl, and I never opened the vinyl since.
yeah. See, that's gonna be worth a lot of money.
Alrighty, I'm ready to start whenever you are.
Let's go.
What's up, YouTube? How's everyone doing? Welcome to the first review of 2023. It's your boy Reg in the building. I got my homeboy Try with me.
Yo,
In case, like I mentioned before, I want to do a few rest in peace. Rest in peace to Barbara Walters. Fucking journalist. On the View. She had that show 2020 and stuff like that. She interviewed some of the most prominent celebrities of all time. Um, Rest in peace to Anita Pointer, from the Pointer Sisters. You know what I'm saying? Also, huge rest in peace to Gangsta Boo. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Off 3-6 Mafia. And it just came to the drummer from Earth, Wind and Fire, Fred White, died. What the fuck?
Oh
Okay.
wow, what the fuck?
So yeah, rest in peace, man. Rest in peace to everybody.
Well, that shit is
Alrighty,
crazy,
so
man. We
for
losing
real,
everybody. It's the day just is just about ended, and we lost some legends, man.
definitely. Yeah, man. So let's just start this review. We're gonna do a double review. We're gonna talk about one of the most underrated girl groups from the '90s, Jade. We're gonna talk about their only two albums, starting off with Jade to the Max from 1992, and then we're gonna go to the Mind, Body, and Soul from '94. Of course, we're gonna start off with the first album. Excuse me. The first album, Jade to the Max, came out on Giant, which was under Reprise Records. It was known for singles such as "I Want to Love You," "Don't Walk Away," "One Woman," and "Looking for Mr. Do Right." It was produced by Marcel Benford, Ron Spearman, and Alton Wilkie Stewart. Jade consists of members Joy Marshall, Tanya Kelly, and Dee Reed. You guys know how we do this. How did you get into Jade?
Got into Jade with the "I Want to Love You" joint. I think that was from Class Act, if I'm not mistaken. It was from a movie,
Yeah, yeah,
and yeah, and Class Act was a great film. I talked about that film months ago. That was a great film, and I remember the video. I still see the video on Video Soul. Donnie Simpson and Sherry Carter back then, and I liked it. And then when Don't Walk Away came out, I was like 92. That was the hit right there. That was like one of my favorites when that joint came out. And um, but I never bought the first album though. Like the second one I bought, I actually bought that when I was in high school. I actually like cut class that day and went down to the record store and bought that album on cassette. And I remember like hearing it. I'm like, yo, that I enjoyed the second album a lot more. But we'll get into that. But Don't Walk Away that was a huge shit. And, summer '92 when that came out, the radio was playing it. People was bumping it in their cars. You know what I'm saying? And I used to see when they used to have like the infomercials for they used to have like to sell this the like 92 or like old school R&B CDs, and they would always play that song in the infomercial, and that's definitely like a dope classic record. And um hearing the second album and how dope that was. And but I felt like they never got the respect that other female groups at that time like TLC or SWV got. They went under the radar, you know, um, for whatever reason. But they all three of them can sing. Joy and Tanya and D. They all killed it singing wise. You know what I'm saying? And I always wanted to know why the group broke up and why we didn't get more music from them. But they definitely deserve their props for what they did. For two albums, and just wish they had more. More music after that. But I'm glad that we can talk about it now.
Yeah, definitely. Um, yeah, man. I pretty much got into Jade just from listening to the song "Don't Walk Away," and I know that song's been played like in a lot of like commercials, mixes, and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? They definitely had that good mix of. They definitely had that good mix of mid tempo R&B with some New Jack Swing and whatnot too. You know what I'm saying? And I definitely feel like their music was so unique to say the least. You know what I'm saying? Because you can say that they were definitely influenced by En Vogue, but at the same time, they weren't trying to be like a lot of them girl groups and stuff too. There's something I
Yeah,
definitely did respect and stuff like that. But yeah, man, I definitely was interested. I definitely was interested in their music and stuff like that too. This is the first time I actually heard the albums in full and stuff like that. So yeah, man, definitely have like a lot of good things to say.
yeah,
All right, so for those who don't know who Jade are, they were a group based off Chicago, Illinois. Like I said, their original lineup was Joe Marshall, Angela Slate, and Deborah Mitchell. You know what I'm saying? They were working on this. They formed in 1991, and they got the ear of producer Vassal Benford, who pretty much was trying to sell this song called the "I Want to Love You" song. And the thing about that song was, he was trying to sell it to like a movie before they actually put the vocals on the song too and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And the movie, of course, was known as Class Act. And so once they sold the song, they actually put the vocals on the beat and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And the label at the time, they wanted to drop Angela Slate's and Deborah Mitchell and stuff like that. And so that's when they replaced them with like D Reed and Tanya Kelly and whatnot too. And so not only did they get like a deal, but they also got signed to Vessel's Vessel's production company and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? And they changed. They were originally known as JAD, but then all of a sudden they renamed them to Jade and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? And it's interesting too because like with Tanya Kelly coming into the group, she definitely had more of like a jazz background, whereas with Joy Marshall was raised on Motown and D Reed was raised on gospel, and you can pretty much hear all their vocals. You can pretty much hear like all their vocals and all their styles coming together. You know what I'm saying? Especially on the first album and stuff, which we'll talk more about that. And
yeah,
yeah, so that's when they came out with "I Want to Love You," and then they came out with singles like "Don't Walk Away," which, in my personal opinion, that's like their magnum, well, their signature song and whatnot. And
yeah,
so yeah, so that's how this album came about. So yeah, this is the album cover right here. Very, very, very dope album cover right here. You know what I'm saying? Fine ass women too. I don't give a fuck. They're fine as fuck.
Oh
You
yeah,
know.
for sure, definitely.
Um, yeah, man. I think that's about it. I think we'll get jump right into it. So 11 songs. Let's get started. Track number one, "Don't Walk Away." This is actually the most successful song in the discography. Their most signature track. Every time you hear those like synths like dun 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 dun
And
dun, like automatically just takes you to like a good place and whatnot too. You know what I'm saying? I love those fucking drums. I love those fucking
yes,
drums that they're using. The bass line you guys should recognize. Trop Called Quest has sampled the bass line for the award tour song for Midnight Marauders as well. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, like this definitely was one of my favorite R&B songs of that year. You know what I'm
right.
saying? That's nice feel good track right here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, love it.
That's definitely a banger, man. Like every time I hear this song, it takes me back to '92 and what I was doing at that time, and they killed it. A great vocals by D, and like you said, the bass line was dope, and the beat, definitely a great R&B track. It had like that New Jack Swing flavor to it, and it's dope. Definitely great.
Yeah, definitely. Next track, "I Wanna Love You." That was on the Class Act soundtrack and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Again, a nice little New Jack swing mixing with like some sensual R&B and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? I like it. I feel like it's a good track.
Yeah, this is banging. It's like the first single ever. I remember the video for this, and the vocals, the background singing, this the bass line was fire. They had two big hits in '92, man, and I enjoyed it. Definitely a banger.
Yes, yes. Track number three, "I Want Your Baby." This was a cool song right here. You know what I'm saying? Um, Not really as strong as the first two tracks, but still a nice little song right here that gets their point across.
Yeah, this is dope. Nice solid album cut. Love the drums on this. The singing, they killed it.
Definitely killed it. Track number four, "That Boy." Out of all the songs on this album, this one, in my opinion, was the one that sounded close to what En Vogue was doing at that time.
Hmm.
Like I said, the doo-woppy vocals mixing with like the undertones, the jazz undertones, the mid-tempo R&B that they were doing and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? I definitely felt like this song was another cool song. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, this was a very dope song. I definitely loved it. Something different from them. I like it.
To me, it sounded like a Babyface produced track. You know what I'm
Bingo.
saying?
Yes.
Like
Yes.
at that time when Face was doing stuff for Tony Braxton, and it sounded like a Babyface joint, and it had a dope beat though. The beat was fire. You got horns on it, and the bass was dope, and yeah, there's certain songs that they did that reminded me of En Vogue, but it just I think it just goes to show you that they can actually sing. You know what I'm saying? There was no auto tune and all that. It wasn't using at that time, and all three of them could sing their ass off. So
Right. Alrighty. Yeah, I definitely agree with you about that. Because Babyface was known for doing like a lot of those kind of productions themselves, and it's not like they. It's not like it's like with other producers they try to like emulate that Babyface kind of sound. In my personal opinion and stuff like that too. So I can see what you're talking about with that. Track number five, "Out with the Girls." Um, this song was okay. It wasn't really one of my favorites off this record. You know what I'm saying? But
right,
not a bad song indeed.
we talking about that boy.
No, "Out with the Girls."
Out the girls, yeah, that was a dope song, and they're like singing about needing girl time away from their man, and just having that personal hangout time with the women, and when they get home, they're gonna take care of their man, and I think that was dope. Definitely, I like the message in the song.
Definitely. Alrighty. Track number six, "Hold Me Close." A very good song, a very strong New Jack Swing ordeal right here and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? You can definitely hear like a lot more like some of the gospel vocalings with this track right here. You know what I'm saying? This was pretty good.
Yeah, like yeah, like the start of the song, like they're singing a cappella. It almost sounded like it was in vogue when you hear them, and the beat was dope.
Right.
I liked it.
Yeah, definitely dope. All right. Track number seven, "One Woman." Um, a nice little mid-tempo groove right here. This was a single off the record. You know what I'm saying too. This was actually not a bad track. You know what I'm saying. Nice little song. You can just tell like this, is like one of those songs you can drive to a sunset. One of those sunset
Yeah,
driving kind of songs. If that makes sense.
yeah, definitely had a nice beat to it. Real. I think the ladies killed it on the vocals. This was dope.
Definitely. Um, Track number eight, "Give Me What I'm Missing." This is actually my favorite track off this album. You know what I'm saying? Nice little ballad right here. It's a nice little ballad right here, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I definitely love the vocals, and it's crazy too because Joy Marshall and Angela Slates actually contributed to the songwriting on this track too. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I feel like this nice little track right here.
This was a nice ballad. We had some saxophone play. It was real jazzy. You know, anytime I hear like a saxophone or some horns on a ballad, it gets you in that quiet storm mood. It definitely had that feeling for this track. Nice beat. But yeah, this is dope.
There you go. All right. Then we're gonna have "Looking for Mr. Do Right." Again, another very good track right here. Probably my second favorite track off this album. The beat has more of like an atmospheric kind of ordeal and stuff like that, but not like the atmospheric you would expect from a Sade joint and stuff like that. I feel like it definitely would maintain the New Jack Swing, light mid tempo grooves they were already famous for and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I forgot to mention the song "Don't Walk Away" contains a sample of Stevie Wonder's "That Girl." If you guys have not recognized it, yeah, very very dope track.
Again, like another quiet storm ballad. You had Jade singing about looking for a man that satisfy their needs. It was real sensual. They sang it beautifully. So this is a strong cut.
Definitely. Then we're gonna have "Don't Ask My Neighbor." Now we all know this song is the cover of the Emotions classic song from, I want to say it's from the Rejoice album from 1977. You know what I'm saying? This is a very 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 dope record. In my personal opinion, I feel like this record with this cover, they actually did their own thing with this cover. Now it's not the best cover of the song I've heard,
Right.
but I do feel like it's a bit better than like other covers that we've talked about here, like the Tishina Arnold and Tisha Campbell version that came out on the Sprung soundtrack and stuff too. So
Right. Yeah, it was a nice rendition. I enjoyed it. Like I said, like Jade, all three members can sing, vocally. So I think they killed it.
yes, and then the last song we have is "Blessed." I want to say that's the last song. Um, nice way to end off the album. Just keeping up with that religious tone. I fuck with it.
It was good. Definitely a great way to end the album off. I enjoyed it.
Definitely. All right. Overall, this is actually not a bad album. This is actually a very, very, very good album. You know what I'm saying? I personally felt like with this album, they were still trying to find their sound.
Yeah.
You can tell like the labels. You know, Giant Records was very heavy when it came to like the New Jack Swing or deal and stuff like that too. And I love New Jack Swing. I love New Jack Swing a lot, but at the same time, I'm very aware of how certain labels wanted to have like their own baby face or their own Teddy Riley esque kind of production and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like Jade carried themselves with this record. I definitely feel like excuse me, when it comes to like 1992 like girl group albums like SWV, It's About Time,
Hmm.
and Votes, Funky Divas. Granted, I feel like quality wise, it's not as good as those albums, but that does not mean it's not enjoyable. It's any less enjoyable if that makes sense. So
Man.
I'm gonna give this a 4 out of 5.
Yeah, this was a great first album for them. You had your mix of like nice slow ballads and your mix of New Jack Swing. I think all three members can sing their asses off, and you got a lot of good songs on here. Don't Walk Away, I Want to Love You, That Boy, One Woman. I'm gonna give it 4 mics. I think it's I think both their albums are underrated. And this is a
Yes,
time when you had Mary J, you had SWV out there, you had Mariah doing her thing, Janet doing her thing, Guy. There was a lot of groups and artists to choose from at that time, and unfortunately, they just went under the radar with both their albums. But I think it was a solid debut. It should have been promoted more by the label. You know what I'm saying? But they just decided to just focus on "Don't Walk Away" and that's it. But the album is actually good, so I'll give it 4 mics.
definitely. All right. So now we're gonna go into the second and unfortunately the last album, Mind, Body, and Soul. If I could just share this picture real quick. Okay. Yeah, so Mind, Body, and oh, I said Mind, Body, and Soul. I meant to say Mind, Body, and Song. Excuse me. Um, Mind, Body, and Song came out in 1994 on the same label and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Give me 1 second. Let me edit. Mm, Yeah. So this album came out September 27th on Giant Records. It came out with two singles, 5432 Yo Time Is Up and Every Day of the Week. It was produced by Dave Jam Hall. You guys should know he was known for working on Mary J. Blige's What's the 411 album, among other
Hmm.
things.
Yep.
HOP Productions, Mark Morales, aka Prince Marky D, the late great Prince Marky D, Mark C. Rooney, Captain Kurt, Reginald Hurd, Robert Gerard and Cassandra Mills, Emmanuel Dean, Paisley, DJ Pooh, and Rashad Coles and Jade, of course, too. Yeah, man, and like I said, they carried this whole album to themselves and stuff like that too. So yeah, man. All right, so after the release of the Jade to the Max album, the next year they appeared on like this BET show called Listening Party, whereas they dropped the live album in 1993. I want to say like Listening Party was like their equivalent to the Unplugged, MTV Unplugged, and
Hmm.
stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy too because that Listening Party album was actually the only album from that BT Listening Party that they ever came out with and stuff like that too. So that should tell you something. Um, they appeared they appeared on like the movie The Inkwell and stuff like that too, which that was a pretty cool movie. It had Lorenz Tate and Jada Pinkett and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? It's been a while since I've seen that movie, honestly. So
Yeah.
yeah, but around this time
I
too, they
remember it
were
wasn't that
kind
good
of.
though.
You said what?
I remember it wasn't good.
Yeah, we'll talk about it one day. That's we'll talk about it one day. But yeah, around this time too, they were kind of also going through some personal issues. Like they were kind of between the members. They were kind of having like creative differences and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? And so I know after this album was released and whatnot, they had broken up, unfortunately.
Yeah,
And pretty much, after when they broke up, pretty much, I know one of the members, I know D Reed, she's actually a backup vocalist for Rod Stewart and other artists and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? Angela Slate became a successful music producer. You know, producing for people like Tony, some Eric Benet, something for the people, and she actually had a PhD in education. And Deborah Mitchell became a member of the group Vibe and stuff like that, and she owns a legacy global music group. And it's funny too because like last year, I think it was like last year or the year before last. Well, yeah, last year because now we're in 2023. Um, Joy and Tanya kind of reformed Jade, but then they didn't include D Reed and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? So that's when they got in another backup member, Miracle Holloway and shit too. So
I know. I've seen them. I've seen them like over the years go back and forth on Instagram, like on social media, and they've had some words. So I think
yeah,
that has something to do with D not being a part of the reformation of the group. And I'm like, you gotta have her because she, I've always seen her as like one of the lead singers, and it's not really Jade if you don't have all three members. So
right. Yeah, man. But overall, I do feel like with this album right here, they kind of wanted to get like more seductive, mature. Well, I won't even say mature. I say more seductive album compared to the first album and stuff like that too. This is a dope album cover. They all. It reminds me of something you would definitely like. You remember in high school when you had like those cool girls and
mm,
shit like that. You know what I'm saying? That cool clique that everybody tries to get with and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
right,
This is what the album kind of reminds me of in a way, to that
like
sense.
the outfits on the album cover,
Yeah.
yeah,
Um.
is the,
All right. So this album has 14 tracks. Let's get this shit started. Track number one. When will I see you again? This little 30-second intro and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? It was all right.
yeah. It was they singing a cappella and they gave me like In Vogue vibes when I'm hearing it. You know what I'm saying? Like they
Yeah.
killed it a cappella wise. You know what I'm saying? They did their thing. That was a good intro.
Very good intro. Um, Track number two. If the mood is right. This was produced by David Jim Hall and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Already from this first album, or this first real song on the album, they were going for like a more seductive, more sensual kind of sound and
Hmm.
stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? I feel like this is a very, very, very nice song to say the least. It definitely sounds like something that Dave Hall would have definitely done around this time too. I like it.
Yeah, this is great. A great ballad. One of my favorites on here was the lyrics were raunchy. It was real seductive, and they killed it. It's great, a great single as well. I wish they had promoted this single more as well. But definitely one of my favorites on the album. Start the album off great right after the intro, and I enjoyed it.
Yeah, definitely I enjoyed it too. Track number three, Bedroom. Um, I actually like the song too. It's another self-explanatory song, another little sensual bedroom kind of song. You know what I'm saying? Well, no pun intended. Excuse me. Nice little song right here too. You know what I'm saying? You got production from Donald Parks, Emmanuel Officer, and John Halcutt. The beat was very good too. I love how those synths
Hmm.
complemented very well with the album, with the vocaling and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? So this is actually not a bad song. You know.
Yeah, this was dope. Definitely put you in that mood. Really lush production on here. Nice ballad as well. And off the bat, you already know the vibes they're going for. Yet if the mood is right and they telling dude, slide in if you want to get their love, and it was real raunchy with this song, Bedroom, another seductive ballad, and I enjoyed it.
Yes. All right. Next song, "If the Lovin' Ain't Good." Another very cool song right here and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Um, they all did their thing on this one. Of course, David Jam Hall returns for this song too, so I like it.
This was another good one. I think D killed it. Great ballad, nice beat, nice bass line, great background vocals by the group. This is dope.
Definitely. Then we have 5, 4, 3, 2. Yo, your time is up. Love this song right here. This is actually one of my
Yeah,
favorite songs that they've ever done. This
definitely.
is a nice little cookout kind of song. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? Definitely something that perfectly fit well with the 1994 contemporary R&B at that time too. You know what
Hmm.
I'm saying? I like it.
I remember when they performed this on I think it was Video Soul. I saw it when they did that back in the day, and it was dope. And it had like a G Funk sound to it. It had like a G Funk bounce.
Yeah.
I would have loved a remix at that time when remixes were real popular in R&B and hip hop. And I think like I could have heard a remix with like Coolio and Too Short on here, maybe MC8.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? Like because this was a single for them, and I remember the video they were rocking like the Dickies, khakis and all that, and I'm like they should have had a remix of that with like some West Coast artists on there, but the beat was fire, the synthesizers, love the bass line. You got Jade, singing about like a getting rid of a guy, he was trying to have his way, and they let him know like like yo your time is up, you out of here, and they start the countdown 5, 4, 3, 2. Yo, time is up. I love that song. That definitely one of my favorite songs from Jade.
Yeah, man. And it's crazy because Giant Records didn't really know how to promote a lot of their R&B artists at the
Yeah,
time.
Color Me Bad was
'Cause
on that label. They know how to promote them.
who else?
Color Me Bad.
Oh, that's another story. After that first album, they didn't know what to do with them.
Exactly.
'Cause they
Yeah.
even Call Me Bad had issues with Giant Records because
Hmm.
they didn't want to keep doing the "I Want to Sex You Up" kind of music and shit too.
Right.
Mickey Howard, she was on Giant Records and she didn't really.
Yeah.
Well, at the same time, Mickey was going through like a lot of shit too at that time too. So I'm not going to put that all on the label as well because
Mhm.
yeah, that's all I'm going to say. Ronnie said, "Fun fact: Tabitha Duncan of Cut Close co-wrote the bedroom track, and Donnell Jones wrote the If the Lovin' Ain't Good track." Oh
Oh
wow!
wow. Dope.
I mean, I
Cut
knew
close.
I forgot Cut Close did some shit with Jade. I never knew Donnell Jones wrote that track too. Oh
Yeah,
wow!
that's good. This is
Yeah,
this is
and I got
before he
Donnell Jones.
blew up.
You said what?
This is before he went out on his own and started coming out with hits.
Right. I need to get his first album though. I got the second album and
Mm,
shit.
yeah.
You know I like it, baby. Ooh, till you know what. That's my shit, boy. Ooh.
Definitely underrated.
Um. Yes. Track number 6. What's going on? Honestly, my favorite track on this album. Surprisingly, this one was a typical song from Jade. They were talking about like a lot of like social issues, like a lot of inner city ill wills with this country and stuff like that too. I love the beginning where he has like some of the news reports,
Yeah.
kind of Janet Jackson, Rhythm Nation s kind of. You
Hmm.
know what I'm saying? Definitely feel like it's a strong track for them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So something like I said, songwriting they're evolving and shit too. So I would take it for what it's worth.
I like it. I like the fact that they wasn't all about nice bodies and pretty faces. That they actually sang about something that's going on in society. And with this track, you get like the news clips being played at the beginning, and it had a dope New Jack Swing beat to it, some saxophones on that, a serious message for this track. And they talk about the government. They say, we rely on the government. Can we talk using First Amendment? Um find a cure for this mad disease while babies having babies. And there's definitely like a dope ass song. It probably wouldn't have went over as a single because of how people perceive a female group at that time, and it's all about the sex appeal. But I think it's a standout track on this album.
Mm, very good standout track.
Yeah.
Track number 7, Hanging. Um, this again, this sounds like something that could have been on the first album. That free spirited
Hmm.
kind of shit. That it does kind of have a slight New Jack Swing kind of ordeal and stuff like that too. Which I fuck with this. I fuck with this song a lot. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I felt like this should have been a single as well too. But
Mhm.
I'm not hitting on the single because the singles for this album was very good though. But I feel like it could have this album could have had at least maybe 3 or maybe 4 singles though.
Definitely. Hanging was dope. Again, it had like a G Funk beat to it. Nice bass line, the synthesizers on it. I enjoyed it.
Definitely. Track number 6. No, excuse me. Track number 8. Every Day of the Week. Love this fucking record right here. You know what I'm saying? Very sensual kind of song. You know what I'm saying? This song is apparently like a fan favorite when it comes to their discography and stuff like that too. So very good track.
This is a classic. I love this song. Um, it had a dope New Jack Swing sound to it. The beat, the chorus, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, even on Sunday, every day of the week. Fire. Love the chorus for that. Jade is like singing about, they're saying, don't be fooled if I'm acting cruel to you. It's just a little game I like to play. And, just, talking about needing that love every day of the week from their significant other. And this is definitely my favorite song on this album, man. I loved it. Again, I wish it was promoted more. Like you said, like I think this album could have had like 4 or 5 singles off of it, but for whatever reason, they didn't get a lot of promotion from the record label. It sucks, but this is definitely a classic record.
Definitely. Track number 9, Everything. Another one of the most sensual songs off this record and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? I thought this was pretty straightforward and whatnot. It was alright.
This was solid too. I like the beat for it, the synthesizers on it. This was a solid album cut.
Yes. Track number 10, Do You Want Me? Another very good track right here and stuff like that too. I felt like the chemistry on this track right here was very unique and everything too. So I liked it, you know. It was alright.
This was dope. The dope beat. It was okay. Not one of my favorites, but it was cool.
Yeah, yeah. Honestly, like the last couple of tracks, well, I do feel like it's a very straightforward, dope album. I feel like
Yeah.
a lot of filler, but not bad filler, if that makes sense. I feel like the first couple of tracks was very strong, but we'll talk more about that.
Hmm.
I feel like it's more of like label interference.
Yeah.
Um, Track number 12, There's Not a Man. It was this track was again another alright track, you know.
There's not. We had track 12 already.
Yeah, There's Not a Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like. We talked about I like the way, right?
Oh damn, I skipped that one. Okay, yeah, yeah. I like the way it was alright. It was alright track.
That was a decent track as well. Again, not one of my favorites, but it was decent.
Yeah. Now we on.
It's not a man.
Um. I actually like this track. I feel like this is the strongest track off the last couple of songs off this album.
There's not a man. Track 12.
Oh, I already said my thoughts on That's Not a Man. I thought that
Oh,
was pretty.
Yeah, that one I like too. That had like I think that's the one that was done by DJ Pooh. That one
Yeah,
that one was
yeah,
fire. Like it had like a G Funk sound to it, and you know anything that DJ Pooh do is gonna have like that G Funk bounce, dope
right.
beat, synthesizers on it. I would have loved to see a feature from like Snoop or the Dog Pound on here, just because of that G Funk sound for it. And you know at that time, Death Row was already big at this time, and I definitely could have. They needed a feature for this record. You know, either Snoop or Dog Pound, maybe Warren G. But the
Understand.
record is fire. I definitely like this. This is one of my favorites on here.
Facts. All right. Then after this song, we're gonna get to the final track, Mind, Body, and Song. Yeah, this is like a little nice little outro track, you know what I'm saying? Again, vocally, I like it for what it is, you know.
Yeah, that was dope. Yeah, it's song also. Both of those songs, "There's Not a Man" and this song were great. Mind, Body, and Soul. I like the way that they ended it off with the title track, and you know this is a good album. I like this album more than the first one.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, man. Honestly, yeah, this was a very, very dope album, you know what I'm saying? I felt like with this album, I felt like the first couple of tracks was some of the most strongest work artistically. Maybe the last three tracks, even though it wasn't as good, that does not mean it was bad and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? I definitely felt like Giant didn't really know what to do with them, to say the least, but they pretty much overexceeded expectations. It's unfortunate that this was the last album that they came out with. Cause I would probably wish they would have done something maybe in the late '90s. Who
Yeah.
would have known? Maybe they would have had other producers like
Hmm.
Dallas Austin. Maybe Babyface might drop some shit. Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. Who knows?
Hmm.
But I'm grateful that they didn't really fall off the wastebasket like other groups at that time and shit too. You know what I'm saying? But I'll give this album again. I'm gonna stay with the 4 out of 5.
This was good. I
But
like this
actually,
one. Mhm.
I'm gonna give this a 4.2 out of 5. I like it slightly better.
I like this one better. I think it had better production. You know, you had like a blend of like New Jack Swing with some G Funk production in there, some sensual ballads, great singing from the group, and I feel like they could have used a couple features. I feel like for the Storm they needed a feature for that, and that was like a party West Coast a party New Jack Swing joint. They should have had a feature for that. They needed a feature for 5432 Yo Time Is Up. For there's not, or at least a remix of that. There's Not a Man. I think they should have had a feature for that. But the production was great. I definitely enjoyed it. I think there's more sensual songs on here, and some great up tempo joints. Every Day of the Week is my favorite. If the Mood Is Right, There's Not a Man. It's on 5432. Your Time Is Up. I'm gonna give it 4.5. I think this is my favorite Jade album. And it's a shame that it didn't get promoted like the first one went like multi-platinum. This one should have went just as much, if not more. And that's when back then when you had like sucker ass record labels that didn't know what they were doing with a lot of those artists. A lot of those artists, they didn't get the promotion that they deserved, and it's a shame. But definitely, Jade is a great female R&B group, and they can sing their asses off, and more people gotta check out their stuff.
Yeah, because in terms of chart success, this album did slightly better on the R&B charts than the
Right.
first record and stuff like that too. So yeah, man, I feel like the R&B crowd attended this one more than the quote unquote pop crowd. I guess you know.
And the fact that I actually like left school early for this album, that should say something. I didn't do that too many times. There's a certain times that I did run down to the record store and get something during the week, and this was one of those albums. So
Yes, yes. Alrighty. 12:51. I'm staying on for a couple more minutes. See y'all talking about Rick James on the chat. No, I'm trying to see that movie. Megan, possibly this week.
Yeah, that's coming out. That should look good. Definitely looks
Yeah,
good.
because it's funny because they promoted that movie in Halloween,
Yeah.
but it's like they're gonna release it around this. I was like,
Mhm.
oh, this is kind of
They,
interesting.
you know why? Because uh, historically, movies don't do good in January. Like during the winter months, when they put
Yeah,
out shit for like January, February, it don't do good. Nobody go runs to the theater and if it's like cold as shit outside. That's why we have streaming. But they've been promoting this movie for months, and I'm like, yo, this shit. It actually looks good. So I hope it does get at the box office. And yeah, man, the first real like first film of the year that I'm looking forward to watching. So
yes, yes. What's up, Mike?
Mike was good.
Oh yeah, BMF also comes back Friday too.
Yeah, BMF. You know, can't wait. So we got some good stuff coming on top of the year.
Yeah. Honestly, as much as I like BMF, I'm just waiting for book two to come out. That's
Oh yeah, that's March.
March 17th.
Yeah, the trailer's out.
I like BMF is cool, but I'm just gonna glide on through March and shit
Yeah, like
because
unless you know the backstory with BMF, I don't know if people gonna be hyped for it. But see, like I know the backstory and just seeing them on the mixtapes and the stuff that the people they got affiliated with. So I'm ready.
yeah, I still have yet to see the documentary series and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I just
Right.
been so effing busy.
Hmm.
Alright, I heard they're making another Michael Jackson biopic. I heard about that. Last season for Wu Tang series comes in. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that Wu Tang American Saga. I love the Wu, but they kind of fabricated a few things just for shock value, which I'm just like, and some of the actors I was not really too keen on like that.
You don't know what's real or fake anymore with them.
I would just stick to the Max and Men documentary.
Yeah, that was great. I'm gonna
Also,
watch it though. And I like how they ended it with like you see like the floating discs in RZA's flood, and he had like the album so that for Deck and for everybody else, and so hopefully I hope they touch on each member's solo projects and when he did a double album, out in Cali and all that.
yeah, Power said Dak and Meth would agree with you. Yeah, I've heard them say in interviews they didn't really fuck with it too much,
Hmm.
and it's just like here's the thing. I like music shows, miniseries or whatever you want to call them, when it's done right. Like when
Right.
BT did that American Soul move based on Soul Train, I like
Hmm.
that. Yes, not everything on that was 100% factual,
Right.
but the style, the people who they picked and stuff like that, which I can definitely appreciate it for what it is. Which, by the way, BT still waiting on season three. What the fuck? Stop with the whole Tyler Perry sisters and bra. Hurry up with season three. I'm just saying because
I don't want
COVID's
nothing.
over. COVID. Well, I'm not gonna say COVID's over. Um, COVID is on the rampage. People are getting back to work. Come on, let's stop this shit.
I don't watch nothing on BT, so I don't know what they got anymore.
See, some BT shows are decent, pretty good.
Hmm.
I'm not like I said the sisters, bra, they can have that, but some of the BT
Right.
shows I actually fuck with on the low.
The last thing I enjoyed on there was the New Edition biopic and the Bobby Brown one. That's the last thing I watched on BT. As far as like all those awards, I don't care for none of that shit anymore.
And it's crazy too because they were supposed to have came out with um the Uptown Records
Yeah,
movie
what happened with
miniseries,
that?
but I believe with Andre Harrell dying, they kind of put that on hold. I
Mm,
believe so, but and then of course with Albie Sure
right.
being sick too, that's all, and that might have played a part. I'm just guessing. I'm just guessing
Jodeci.
right
It's what they have the Jodeci biopic. What's up with that?
now. I heard about that. Then it turned into the whole Uptown Records and shit. Cause I
Right.
heard VH1 was trying to do a Jodeci movie.
Oh wow. VH1. And I've never seen VH1 play Jodeci shit on there. It's crazy.
Power said, I thought that Tyler Perry stuff was on OWN. He sold. I think his contract with OWN ended. That's when he went to BT, and then eventually he went to Netflix and stuff. And I heard the game already came back. They come back with a season 2 of the reboot, which I'm not really a big fan of the reboot like that. Honestly, when it comes to the game, I just stick to the CW years. Some
Right.
BT years are okay, but the golden era was the first 3 seasons.
Yeah.
I'm over here watching Aretha Franklin's biopic Respect, just 'cause I couldn't find something to watch and shit.
Is it good? I haven't seen it.
um, it's pretty cool. Um, I felt like with the PG-13 rating, it kind of softened up a few things.
Mm,
Cause it's kind of weird too, because they came out with a mini series.
right.
And I think the History Channel came out with a mini series around the same time too. I kind of prefer the mini series because they talk more about her later career.
Mm,
But at the same time, the movie does do its justice too. I'm still not really too keen on Jennifer Hudson playing Aretha, even
right.
though Aretha picked Jennifer Hudson. But hey,
Yes, go my go Giants, man. We in the playoffs once again since 2016. I'm happy. We kicked the Colts ass today. They did what they were supposed to do. I'm glad and now we got to play out of the 49ers or the Vikings in the playoffs and let's go, man. We could definitely win it. Steve Harvey
Sam
show.
says, you said what?
The Steve Harvey show is coming on Amazon.
Okay, cool. Hopefully there'll be some uncut episodes from later seasons and shit. Okay. And I was thinking about I was thinking about talking about that show later on, springtime.
Right. What do we do against Philly? Well, we already made the playoffs. We already in the wild card. So even if we lose, I don't think it's gonna matter. We know we're gonna play out of the Niners or the Vikings. I'll take
Oh
our
damn!
Ravens. Huh?
Oh damn! Super Bowl's next month and shit. Oh wow.
Super Bowl is February. Yeah. You watch the Super Bowl?
Yeah, sometimes I watch the Super Bowl. So.
You just watch it for the halftime show, or you just like the game?
Nah, nah.
You like the,
Depending on the team, I watch it. You know what I mean?
okay. Well, Carolina not in it this year. So, who's your team?
You said what?
Who's your team? Who's the team that you cheer for?
I really don't have a football
You don't
team
have
I
a
cheer
team?
for. I just have a arrangement of team depending on how I feel. Like I like Steelers. Panthers are pretty cool
The
sometimes. You
Steelers.
know.
The Steelers. I think the Steelers lost tonight. They played the Ravens.
Yeah. But like I said, I'm not when it comes to like a Super Bowl. I some teams I'm if it's a team I'm cool with, I'll watch it. But if it's a team I don't give a fuck about, like Patriots, then I was like, fuck it. You know.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. Your home team Carolina not making it this year, so they out.
Yeah,
Maybe next year.
yeah. I wasn't really counting on that anyway. You know.
You like teams based on colors?
What's that supposed to mean?
I don't know. I don't know what that means. You like teams based on colors?
Like I said, if I fuck with the team, I fuck with the team and shit like that. I don't understand if that's like a racial question or just the cotton that's the team outfit. I don't even know
The team jerseys
right
you're
now.
talking about? The colors?
I don't know, man. Yeah,
Yeah,
Kaya said if they do the casting, got to be right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because the new edition biopic, they did a casting justice. Even though some of them didn't look like the people who they were playing as, you can still believe it to an extent.
Right. Oh, the Steelers won. Okay, so they beat the Ravens. Wow.
Q said, "What do you think about RBX album, the RBX Files? Very dope album, very underrated." Oh wow, you actually listen to RBX Q? I'm
Yeah,
surprised.
you know RBX, but you can't tell me 136 Mafia song.
Speaking of RBX, he was RBX and Keith Murray were doing some interviews for the Art of Dialogue, and RBX said that him and Suge Knight were arguing because RBX ate Suge Knight's last piece of chicken or some shit like that.
Wow.
And then I know Keith Murray is getting some flack because he said that Foxy Brown gave him head while she was dating DMX and shit. People
Why
saying,
is
"Oh,
he
he's
coming
going
out with that now?
right."
Why is he coming out now? Like after how many years that was? Like 25, 30 years?
he
Why is he
tried
coming
to
out with that?
he tried to have an Orlando Brown moment. That's okay, you know.
Come on, Keith, man. Come on, man. Like
Like, hold on.
Foxy.
Let me the interview. Hold on.
Am I streaming the games? No, I'm not streaming the games because that's the NFL and they ain't gonna fucking with my channel. I'm not streaming games. You just got to watch it on wherever the games are gonna be on Fox or NBC, whatever.
God, but Keith Murray, man, I'm just like, God damn, man, nigga could have been.
She died from drugs, supposedly. She was on off and on with drugs. I didn't even know she was on drugs, but supposedly it was an overdose.
Let me guess. They found out it's either some bathroom or a hotel room or some shit, right?
I don't know. I don't know the details. It just said like seeing people saying it was overdose on drugs. When I'm watching a game, I just want to enjoy myself and watch the game. I
So
don't want to be
Foxy
on
Brown
hot
and
seat.
Redman was at the House of Blues that night when you and Tupac almost got into it. And I noticed, yo, you name dropped Foxy Brown a few times in this interview. I had no idea y'all was that cool, yo.
So me and Foxy Brown, we became close with each other,
Oh, they found out
like
in front of a
passing
porch.
each
Okay.
other, and became intimate friends, right? So in LA, at the House of Blues, I'm with Def Squad. We rock the house, bring it down. Yo, the rafters is done. After the show, this is the around the time when she was going with Corrupt. I don't know if they was married or not. So after the show, because I'm seeing her in Brooklyn too, and sometimes, and I was dealing with her. I was seeing, I was trying to, date her, be a boyfriend, girlfriend. And then
Nigga's
Wendy
not believing one
Williams on
bit,
the
yo.
radio
Jesus Christ.
was like celebrity sightings. The seen us coming out of a hotel. And then Eric Sermon was like, yo, she got you, Keith. Wendy got you. We talked about you and Bobby. I was like, all right, boss, I don't care. It's cool. I'm gonna be spotted. But after the show, like we rocked hardcore, went into the hotel, and she gave me hardcore head. You know what I'm saying? Hardcore head. And then I was not ate up, but I never her. And then she was with Corrupt at that time. So we was coming out of the hotel after she gave me head. So ain't nothing but at the Apollo DMX. Bomb the boom. What up? You know what I'm saying?
This nigga's trying to be like Orlando Brown now. Like, this is what the fuck, yo.
It's
I'm not gonna play
pathetic,
the
bro.
full thing though. You
All
said
that is
what?
irrelevant. You're like, why? Even if that happened, why are you coming out with it now? 20 something years later. Like, is like his best way to get relevant? You want to be relevant again? Make a good album, because your last couple albums been garbage. That's how you can be relevant again. He ain't had a good album
I could
since what 99. Come on, bro.
I could have
Anything
sworn he
that's
was working on some new
like
shit.
niggas that's talking about who they fucked 20 something years later. That's some whack shit. I don't respect him for that.
I
I
agree.
don't see the need for him to go on somebody's channel and talk about it. Like who? Foxy Brown is somebody's mother now. She has a daughter. That's how you talk about their mother. Like, oh well, me and Foxy gave me head, and who cares? You know what I'm saying? That's just like clickbait. That's for people to gossip about. I don't care about that shit. He ain't been relevant in 20 something years. This is how you're gonna come back to relevancy. Oh, you talking about Foxy Brown giving you head? Come on, man.
Sam said he
That,
talks shit about Prodigy. I'm not surprised because they had that beef
yeah.
back
Yeah,
in
why
the
why he
day.
wasn't popping off when Prodigy kicked his ass? Why you didn't say no all that shit back then?
He was.
That ain't the way to be relevant again, bro. Come out with some hot shit.
But you know what I don't fucking like though, and this the hypocrisy of the hip hop community. I have to say this: when you have these niggas talk mad shit about Prodigy, you don't hear a peep from nobody. But when niggas talk something about Pac or Big, everybody and their mom wants to get at him and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And I love both Pac, Big,
They,
and even Prodigy.
I'm tired of hearing about Pac and Big. They're dead. They can't. They're not here to defend themselves. So all that talk that people are talking about, that's all hearsay. These niggas ain't here no more to defend themselves and let people know if it was real or fake shit. These niggas talking about. You hear all about all these Pac stories. Pac in here. These niggas could be lying their ass off just to get a bunch of views and clicks. How we know like they telling the truth about anything? Big ain't here no more.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? It's like that's how they stay relevant by talking about other people. I just think that's whack. Like you ain't had a good album since 1999, and this is the way for you to gain people attention by talking about who gave you head 20 something years like back in the day. You know what I'm saying? That was back in the day. Is Foxy Brown give you head now in 2023? That should be the real question. Is she running to give him head now? You know, I don't see the point of him talking about all that. I just think that's stupid. Like, I don't
Here's a
care about what
question.
fucking BJ asked this shit too. I don't care about what Jay everything that Jay is saying on his YouTube channel is all about the locks. If you look at his channel, every video he have or live stream, it's all about what happened with him in the locks or what he used to do with the locks. You're not with the locks no more. You're not with D Block. Again, come out with some hot fucking music. He wants to be relevant
Honestly,
by talking about shit that happened 2 decades ago. You're not out right now.
honestly, I forgot who he was. To be real with
You know
you,
what I'm saying? When was the last time Jay put out an album? I'll wait.
like I said, I don't even know who this nigga is.
J Hood was signed to D Block. He was like one of their first signees to the label when they made it. He put out some mixtapes in 2000s. He did some songs with them. He had a falling out with the Locks, and on every video he has on his channel, he's talking about what happened with him and the Locks. Oh, they owe me money, and this, or me and Sheik we didn't see eye to eye, or I said this to Styles, and every video is about him and the Locks. You're not with the Locks no more. Talk about what you're doing right now. Don't talk about shit from 20 years ago. That's how they getting these views and this clickbait. They want to talk about shit from back in the day. What are you doing right now? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, I heard about what he said. I don't care because he ain't coming out with shit. He hasn't even dropped the one album. He dropped a whole bunch of fucking mixtapes. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's running to J Hood for a feature. Come on, man. If he came out with one, I missed it. I ain't seen nobody talk about it, no promotion, nothing. I'm talking about a real album. I ain't talking about some mixtape shit. You know what I'm saying? If everything is all love with him and the Locks, why they ain't calling your ass up to do a feature with them? I didn't see him at the verses. You know what I'm saying? They doing shit with everybody else. I ain't hear them calling them up for a feature or be on somebody's album or nothing. Maybe he needs to jump on like Love and Hip Hop or one of those reality shows. Make yourself relevant again. You know, I don't care about all that. Like, you know, Why is he even being talked about right now anyway? What does he have out that people are talking about? So he said some shit to Styles and Styles responded. So what? If I was Styles, I wouldn't even respond to that nigga. You just making him relevant now by his bullshit. I wouldn't even respond to him. You know?
And Try has spoken.
Yeah, I mean, this is shit that I don't care about. Like people ask me about this. So what do you think about? I don't care. What are these niggas doing now that they relevant or they, you know what I'm saying? What has he done? You put out a couple mixtapes from 20 years ago. What? That's it. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like he can't get over the fact that they kicked him out of the locks or D block or whatever. Like get over that shit. Move the fuck on. They moved on into other things. Jadakiss got a fucking coffee line that's out. Him and his dad and his son. You know, Styles is coming out with his last album. You know, they doing juice bars and all that. This nigga talking about it. Shit that happened from 20 years ago. Nobody cares. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you was a dope rapper. That's it. You don't have nothing to show for it. You talking about the locks and what happened 20 years ago. So what? We still talking about Biggie and Pac shit. And they dead. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not giving none of these niggas no attention that they don't deserve because they haven't done shit. You know what I'm saying? Like me as a content creator, why would I want to do an interview with J Hood? For what? For what purpose? I'd be wasting my time. I didn't even know that shit was like a thing. Like I saw like BJ hit me up about it. I'm like, why is this even being talked about? Who cares? So because Styles responded, everybody is wants to hear what Styles had to say. I already know what he's gonna say. JD Kiss and them, they responded like 20 years ago to this nigga. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Like I wouldn't even respond to him. You know, why is Keith Murray coming out and talking about shit that happened 20 something years ago? Like, where's your album, bro? What are you doing right now? You doing movies? What are you doing? You know, you got a liquor coming out. If it ain't about that, it's like I don't want to hear about what you did 20 years ago with whoever. It don't matter to me. You know what I'm saying? He could have
Yeah.
kept that shit to himself, but it's like it's almost like it's like he wanted that to be known so that people could get have their attention on him. Because even if that really happened, you don't really got to speak about it. You know what I'm saying? Think about it. If you fuck with a chick Red from 10 years ago, are you going to mention it now? Like,
No.
oh, I got hair from this chick from 10 years ago and she was the best ever. Okay, that was 10 years ago. Where's she at now? Is she with you now? You know what I'm saying? Why is that even a thing? I don't get it.
That's just some high school nigga shit. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Like you not in high school, bro. You our age. You our age. You talking about head that you got 20 years ago? For what?
I mean, I can understand if you with your boys and you just reminiscing, but still, hell no.
But but the fact that he made it came up, he wanted people to know that you wanted to throw that shade to Foxy. When you know what I'm saying, like you could have kept that to yourself, and nobody would even knew what happened. The fact that you came out and you spoke about it means you wanted people to click on the video and hear him talk about how Foxy gave him head. Why would I care about that? It's not me that got it. It's him. Supposedly. Why would I care about that? You know what I'm saying? Like the
Right.
things that people click on nowadays on social media is just it's like people ain't got no lives of their own. They want to hear about other people's lives and what they fucking did. Why does that matter? I'm not for
That's
the
that's weird.
you know what I'm saying? I'm not for the clickbait, yo. What we do here, when you see me on different platforms, it's to better this culture. It ain't too for no clickbait and to get into gossip and drama with people. And oh, well, let me interview Keith Murray because I want to know how good was the head that Foxy did. Why would I care about that? That has nothing to do with me. I want to know if I talk to Keith Murray, I want to know like, yo, when you coming out with your new album, is Eric Sherman and Def Squad going to be a part of it? You know what I'm saying? how do you feel about music now in this era? That's what I want to know from Keith. Not about who gave him head. That has no purpose for me. Exactly. We already passed that, yo. I don't understand why you didn't bring it up. Let's talk about how he lost in that battle against, what was it, Federal Star that beat him, or Sticky Fingers?
Yeah,
Remember that battle that he did?
yeah.
And he got his ass whooped in that battle. Let's talk about that. It's crazy, man. Yeah, that battle. I remember that battle. I was like right before the verses like even started. And the thing is, I was picking him to win. I was picking him to beat Federal Star. Lyrically, to me, he's a better MC. But when he lost that day, he claimed that he was on drugs or it was some shit.
Hey, check the group me. Late night tip. Yo, Q, that's my shit, boy. I'm staying for another 7 more minutes.
Oh wow, this is what we doing this year.
Oh no, I just randomly did it. I meant to put that on the group me. Oops.
Oh okay. Are you planning on doing it or no?
Yeah, we can do it. Just getting ready for the top R&B albums and shit.
Right,
Since the other day I did that other post about the 2000s R&B.
right, facts.
Plus, you know how much I love 70s R&B a lot. So yeah,
Yes, I think
it's
I think
crazy.
seventies R&B was like where it's at. To me. I love seventies R&B more than 80s R&B. I
Oh,
think
same.
it was more tasteful. It was a lot more great artists back then. You know, they stayed true to the genre.
It's funny how I did that list. How Stevie had like a lot of the best R&B albums of the 70s and shit.
Yeah,
Ooh, there was this one joint Tom Bell did for Phyllis Hyman. I heard the other day that was fire as fuck.
uh-huh.
I gotta send it to you. I forgot Tom Bell did some shit with Phyllis. But yeah, I
Like
can't wait to do this art. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
60s R&B was cool, but I'm more 70s and 90s R&B. Like those two are my favorite decades for R&B.
I feel like 60s R&B didn't really become excellent until maybe once Ray Charles came out with that modern sounds of country.
It was all about Motown.
You had Stax Records doing their thing
Stacks.
too, like
Yeah,
Otis,
Stacks was
Otis and
right.
Isaac. Then you had Johnny Taylor, you had Sam and Dave. It wasn't just all Motown though, because even some of the people say that Motown was like watered down, like the pop R&B and shit. And then once the '70s came, you had Philadelphia International blowing up.
Right.
Then fucking Mercury had their own shit too. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So
Yeah. Yeah. 70s R&B
hell,
was great. Then.
hell, Sly and the Family Stone made a lot of Motown acts get funkier, like Cough Cough, Temptations. You know, people forget about Norman Whitfield and shit too.
Right. Right.
Yeah, Crypt Keeper Club, man. That's all I gotta say.
That's not his name.
Powers Power said, "Rest in peace, Otis Redding." Yeah, we definitely got to do that
Absolutely.
Otis Blue album very soon. I want to get BJ on the Otis Blue album with you. I want to get BJ.
Yeah.
Ray Sean said, "Baby, It's Me" as a fire '70s funk joint from. That's one of Diana's underrated albums, Ray Sean. I never hear no one mention that album.
Yeah.
But to me, the Diana from '78 shits all over that one.
Great album.
Sam said, "Do you have any Sam Cooke?" Yeah, I got the live at the Copa album from Sam. I need to get a few more Sam Cooke albums, but the albums they sell from Sam Cooke are so fucking expensive here.
Did y'all see the Whispers interview on Tank? I didn't know Tank had a podcast.
I thought he was deaf. How's he doing a podcast when he's deaf and shit?
He's deaf?
I heard he was deaf.
Is he? I didn't hear about that. When was that?
A couple years ago, they said he was sick. He had some ear issue. I don't know, man. I'm not the biggest Tank fan. I just
No.
glanced over. I was like, oh wow. Let me watch some SpongeBob.
Yeah, I didn't see it.
Q said, "Do you like Otis Blackwell?" That name sounds so familiar. Is he like an R&B artist, Q?
Whispers are good.
Oh, yeah, Whispers, man. One of my favorites.
Mhm.
Honestly, the Whispers, in my personal opinion, they don't get the credit that they deserve.
And they don't.
Nicholas Caldwell also is a very dope songwriter.
Oh yeah, that part I heard about. I heard about he threw shade to Luther Vandross, but I didn't know he was on the podcast.
Wait. Hold on. This bitch ass nigga Tank through shit at
Yes,
Luther.
I did hear about that.
It show me a
Somebody, I think
song.
somebody asked him his thoughts on Luther, and he said, "Man,
Fuck you mean? I feel like man for Tank.
yeah, exactly. What do you have that's as classic as Luther?
Hell, even at Luther's worst day, you can't even touch Tank. Can't even touch Luther.
You know,
Fuck out of here. That's why I can't stand some of these singers and shit. They ugh.
I heard about it. Well, I was on another podcast, and they told me about it. I was like last month, I think it was. Um, but I didn't know he said it on a podcast though. So
You make Ronnie. Nobody can touch Marvin. I'm just gonna be real with you.
Tank ain't even touching people in his own fucking group. I think Genuine made better music than him.
I agree.
You know, Tyrese is a good singer. I just didn't care for his albums.
Tyrese's first album is classic. That's probably the only Tyrese album I would definitely put down. Everything. I unfortunately I got the second or third album. I'm not really too keen on that.
Yeah, I was not a Tyrese fan. He could definitely sing his ass off though. But I don't care for nothing Tank had out.
Yeah, Q man. I mean, I respect. Don't get me wrong. I respect his opinion, but still, I'm like, come on, nigga.
He might as well just not have said anything.
Sam, Jamie Foxx is in another stratosphere. What's your favorite Marvin Gaye album? I don't think I've ever asked you.
What's going on?
Okay, cool.
Yeah, you asked me my favorite three.
Oh, it must have been a while back ago.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I gotta watch that Dionne Warwick documentary on CNN.
My I heard about that. Like there's a part in the was a documentary that supposedly she had some beef with Suge Knight.
Really?
Yeah, that's they talked about that. So
Well, maybe it's because
was Suge trying to
at
get her
that,
on death row?
no, because I think at that time she was talking about gangster rap. I guess so.
Okay, maybe that's what it was.
That's, yeah.
Yeah, she had some running with Suge Knight.
Oh, Dionne Warwick and Suge Knight. What the
Yeah,
fuck?
crazy. I was like, yo, this Suge was trying to sign her too.
Honestly, that I Want to Dance with Somebody movie is not the worst biopic. People forget about the Aaliyah biopic, All Eyes on
That was
Me.
bad.
It
That
was
was
still
bad.
mid though, but it wasn't the
I,
worst bio. It
I
was like
didn't watch it.
you said what?
I didn't watch it. I'm just tired of all this Whitney stuff. Like, let her rest in peace, man.
Like, I don't mind biopic, but give me a biopic on somebody you would never expect. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, she had beef with Suge Knight. They talked about that. I remember when she was going at gangster rap. So maybe it has something to do with that. And I guess he didn't like what she had to say.
I'm like, girl, you was scamming people with that psychic shit. You the
Right?
last person to talk.
Exactly. You, you dare talk about gangster rap when you was out here acting like you was Cleo and shit?
You and fucking Philip Michael Thomas, nigga from Miami
Right.
Vice or whatever.
Right. Tubbs thought he was psychic. If that was the case,
Yeah,
your show still would have been on the air if you were psychic.
get y'all Miss Cleo asses out my face.
Man.
That's another thing. These motherfuckers who talk shit about gangster rap, man, they need to check the color of their piss because they're still golden at the end of the day and
Talk
shit.
about why don't they come out now and talk about this horrible mumble rap? Don't talk about gangster rap. Gangster rap was great.
I love Dion. I love Dion, but girl, come on now.
It's like they didn't like that. They didn't like the fact that their music was being pushed to the side for Dre and Snoop. How could you listen to this? Ice T and NWA. You know what I'm saying? They didn't like the kids was bumping that instead of they own fucking
Last time
music.
I checked, Ice T didn't pretend to be a psychic though.
You know what I mean? She didn't like that. You know, Calvin Butts and C. Dolores Tucker. They didn't like that shit. They wanted to make a
Don't
spectacle
even
out
get
of
me.
it.
Don't even get me started on C. Dolores. Don't even get me started on her.
You know, let's go to Times Square and then we're gonna steamroll over all these albums, Onyx and Boss and MOP
And
and
then they wonder why the albums are selling off the charts and shit, right?
exactly. Right. I mean, well, shit. They didn't have to convince me to listen to it. I was already listening to it. It's just that I just looked at it like again, like if we had the internet back in '93, that would have been clickbait. To see Dolores Tucker and Calvin Butts denounce gangster rap and kids shouldn't be listening to this and come on, man. Violence been here since mankind. It's not gonna go nowhere because people choose to listen to gangster rap. It's just a part of life. You know, if you try to hide it from these kids, they're gonna find it regardless. So you better off making it known to them now instead of trying to hide it.
and you have these like hip hop legends. It's funny how when it comes to like some of these newer generation, they want to say some shit like, "Oh no, let's give the young artists a chance" and shit like that. But when like some of the older rappers were getting at them and shit like that, they all like, "Nah, fuck them old ass niggas," and yada yada yada, and all that bullshit. You know what
They
I'm
gotta
saying?
take it. It can't be both ways, yo. It's like if you bitch and complain about you know mumble rap and oh we should the mayor of New York wants to outlaw drill rap. If you complain about drill rap, but at the same time you're the one saying, oh well, we need to give these kids a chance. Make up, take a stand to make up your mind. It can't be both ways. You know what I'm saying? Either you want the kids to succeed or you don't. You know what I'm saying? It can't be both. You know, it's like yeah, they got to do their own thing, but at the same time, know your history of this culture because you are part of this culture, and a lot of them don't know their history. When if academics can sit up there and talk shit about old school rappers, that's just my point. That's my point is proven. You don't know the history.
Right. Well, Powell Kane, he's been defending artists since his prime. He defended MC Hammer and shit like that too.
Yeah, but
So I
Kane worked with some legendary young artists that knew the culture,
right,
like Jay Z. That's why Jay Z is where he's at now. You know what I'm saying?
but
Kane worked with
yeah,
some legendary artists, man.
but it's funny how like KRS One. I love KRS One, but when he was going after Nelly and shit like that, it's funny how years later he was on Soldier Boys. He was talking and saying so Soldier Boy was the future of hip hop at one point. I'm just like, huh?
Well, even
You know,
even with Nelly, I don't feel like Nelly respected the culture though. You know what I'm saying? BDP, a legendary collective of MCs and artists. Miss Melody, rest in peace. D Nice, Scott LaRock, rest in peace. You know what I'm saying? You had Heather B down with them at one point, and you know what I'm saying? They have a collective of legendary artists with them. You know what I'm saying? If you come in the game and you call yourself number one and you don't respect this culture, that's what's gonna happen. And he
right?
didn't have to say it. What if Cool G Rapper came out and say it? Then what? People will say Cool G Rapper's tripping? You know what I'm saying? Or Chuck D, if he came out and said it, you know? Like, yeah, you want them to succeed and you want to mentor them and they need to have open ears and know their history. A lot of them don't. They just come in the game and be like, "Oh, they just all about the money and that's it." It's like that's why a lot of them ain't gonna be around in 5, 10 years. They're not here for the longevity. They're here to make money and then that's it.
I mean, it's a few more people. Power said Nelly also beefed with Bone Thugs too. I don't think that was more like a beef. It was I don't even know the whole full story, but it wasn't as beef as people thought it was out to be. That's from what I've heard. Q said Ice T went after Soldier Boy. Yeah, I remember that shit. What do you think about this whole Master P and Romeo situation?
Again, like putting their personal stuff on social media, I don't get it. That's his pops, right? No, he sees his pops every day or on the regular. Instead of like going to him like a man and talking to him, you're putting it out on social media. Why? Because you want people to click it and watch it. Why do everybody in the world need to know that you're beefing with your father? That's his
Agreed.
way of staying relevant. Oh well, why not just drop an album? I mean, you're on fucking reality shows and shit. That's not enough. You know what I'm saying? Why not just drop an album and let people know that you're back doing music instead of beefing with him and Brian McKnight. Another one. Like, why is his kids on social media airing out their dirty laundry? I don't get it. That's your father. You can go to your father and talk to him like a real person.
And Kirk Franklin too.
You know what I'm saying? I don't. Kirk Franklin too.
Yeah, remember like last year, his Kirk Franklin and his son went after each other on social media.
I didn't hear about that.
Oh yeah, yeah. It was a big
Comparing
social media.
his kids.
Yeah, his son.
What was his issue with him?
I think he said he just wasn't a good dad. He said he called him a hypocrite, all that stuff.
Okay, so why can't you go to your dad yourself and talk to him? Why are you putting it on social media?
I just have
What
an
is
issue with that,
people on
I
so
guess.
what type of advice is he trying to get from social media? That's the worst advice to get when you ask people online what they think. Why not just go to him yourself and talk to him? You know what I'm saying? If I have an issue with Reg, and I'm not gonna do a live stream and ask Sam and Ronnie, oh, what do you think I should do? Should I talk to Reg on myself or should I go and vent to you all about it? Why would I do that? You know what I'm saying? It's like I don't, I think they just be in their feelings and they just run to social media and air out people's dirty ones. Oh, well, I got beef with my dad. Let me go to social media and vent. Instead of going to your dad yourself and talking to him. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You know, I don't know. I don't get it. I just think that's some weird shit. 50 and his son been beefing for years. Him and Marky's been beefing forever. I don't think there's one time since 50 been out that him and Marquise has had a great relationship.
man, that's a whole nother story right there.
Again, if that's his son, Marquise is your son, Marquise can go to him and talk to him. You don't need to come out on social media and talk about his dad this and his dad that. I don't care to hear it. Go to your dad, you have his number, you know where he lives, and talk to your father.
This nigga 50 said he
Obviously,
does
there's
not
some
care.
shit that huh?
This nigga 50 said he does not care if he got run over by a bus.
Obviously, there's some shit that they need to talk about, and going on social media is not gonna make it any better.
But yeah, man, I'm gonna end this off right here and shit. Better work on some stuff, you know what I'm saying? So tomorrow, I think we said 6 o'clock tomorrow, right?
For locks.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
let me check. Yeah, 6 o'clock tomorrow. We're gonna do the locks. We are the streets. Yeah, can't wait for top that one right there. Wednesday at 11 o'clock is Shantae Moore's "The Moment Is Mine" album too. You know, continuing on with the Shantae Moore love and shit. I guess. Um, got the Trash Review coming Friday at midnight. You know what I'm saying? No try, can't wait for that.
No, I'm not even gonna show up. I'm gonna just put it on my computer and then leave the fucking room. I'm not even gonna show up there. I'm not even gonna show up. My laptop will be on, but I'm not showing up. I refuse to do that. We lowering our standards talking about shit like this.
At
There's
least it's
one
a
thing we
trash
talk
review.
about blacks first. I think I seen Sam say that you like black over Jade. I think you're crazy. Jade was way better. You know, there's one thing we talk about Black's first shitty album, but I refuse to talk about this shitty album that we doing on Friday. So, so you're just gonna see my logo on and that's it. I'm not even gonna be at the laptop. It's just gonna be on, and Reg will be talking to dead ear.
Hilarious. But yeah, man, definitely got like a lot of good shit coming out and stuff like that this week. So yeah, stay tuned. Appreciate this try as usual. Make
Okay,
sure y'all check out those Jade albums. Unfortunately, both albums are out of print. And I'll see y'all later. Peace.
peace.